For many artists, heritage and identity are not just background details, they are guiding forces that shape what they create and why. Few embody that fusion more fully than Greek-American actor, writer, director, and producer George Zouvelos whose latest film, Once a Week for Life, represents the culmination of decades of lived experience, cultural inheritance, and personal storytelling ambition. Born and raised in New York City, Zouvelos is a proud son of the Greek diaspora, deeply rooted in Hellenic culture and values. He grew up surrounded by the rhythms of Greek family life, language, rituals, and a strong sense of community, and has carried that sensibility into every part of his creative career. My Greek-American heritage is central to who I am, both personally and artistically, he explained in a recent interview. But Zouvelos' story, and the story behind Once a Week for Life, is as complex and rich as the characters he writes. It's about memory, loyalty, conscience, and the moral pressures that define human life. Above all, it's a story about the choices we make when integrity collides with compromise, a theme with echoes of ancient Greek drama, yet firmly grounded in contemporary American life. A Greek-American upbringing in New York. To understand the meaning behind Zouvelos' work, it helps to start with his roots. He was born in Manhattan and raised in the Greek Orthodox tradition. His family cherished language, ritual, and cultural memory, creating an environment where storytelling, communal meals, and family history were central. He speaks, reads, and writes Greek fluently, and retains a deep connection to family values, faith, and community. Zouvelos has described Greek culture as imbued with an abiding sense of history and memory, elements that naturally draw him towards stories steeped in moral conflict and emotional complexity. To be Greek-American is to carry a rich inheritance while also forging your place in America, he said. This dual identity, rooted in tradition yet navigating the challenges of modern life, is at the heart of many of his creative choices. That sense of heritage also comes with a set of values, Philotimo*, a Greek concept combining honor, duty, generosity, and empathy, communal solidarity, and enduring dignity, that have shaped his artistic sensibilities. Zouvelos has highlighted the importance of these ideas not only personally, but as a guiding light for storytelling that transcends cultural boundaries. From New York streets to film sets, Zouvelos' path to filmmaking was anything but straightforward. Before fully pursuing acting and directing, he explored a variety of professions, from paramedicine to law enforcement, exposing himself to raw human experiences that would later inform his screen work. These early professional chapters offered an unconventional acting education, real-world insight into human vulnerability, courage, and moral decision-making. Despite this unconventional start, he pursued formal training in acting and filmmaking, studying classic acting techniques, the Stanislavski method, and various approaches at respected institutions. His experience spans theater, television, independent film, and festival circuits, earning him recognition for acting, writing, and directing. Zouvelos' work has always been character-driven, grounded in authenticity and emotional resonance. Whether portraying complex psychological states or crafting nuanced screenplays, his approach reflects a deep respect for the human condition, a perspective shaped by heritage, life experience, and the stories that matter most to him. Once a Week for Life, a story of conscience and consequence. In his most recent project, Once a Week for Life, George Zouvelos took on the rare challenge of writing, directing, producing, narrating, and starring in a single film. This multi-layered involvement made the production intensely personal, a project he lived and breathed from conception to completion. It was about realizing a vision with discipline, honesty, and emotional conviction, he said. The premise. The film is a gripping crime drama set in New York City. When a crime family collides with City Hall, NYPD Lieutenant Adam Galanis, a morally conflicted, steadfastly incorruptible officer, must choose between staying true to his ethical code or succumbing to compromise and corruption. The drama is rooted in a world where justice demands more than simple decisions, it demands sacrifice. Once a Week for Life explores the pressures placed on individuals operating in gray zones, where loyalty to principles can conflict with systemic pressures, family ties, and survival itself. While many crime dramas focus on external action, this film delves deeply into the psychological terrain of conscience, how a person defines self, identity, and worth when every choice carries moral weight. By playing the lead character, Zouvelos inhabits this tension with nuance, portraying a man shaped by past trauma, haunted by personal demons, yet unshakably tied to an internal compass that refuses easy compromise. His performance has been described as layered and compelling, a figure of both moral and emotional complexity, creative challenges and artistic vision. Directing oneself is notoriously difficult, and Zouvelos acknowledged the challenges, balancing emotional immersion in his character while maintaining objectivity over the broader narrative required discipline, instinct, and careful self-reflection. You have to remain emotionally available as an actor while maintaining the objectivity needed to guide the larger work, he explained. This level of involvement allowed him to protect the story's emotional truth, ensuring that character motivations, tone, and pacing aligned with the film's thematic core. For Zouvelos, fidelity to human truth, honest, sometimes uncomfortable, always resonant, is more important than stylistic flourish. This reflective approach aligns with Greek storytelling traditions that foreground moral tension, fate, and personal struggle, reinterpreted here in an urban American context. Heritage as inspiration and moral compass. Zouvelos's Greek heritage is more than a cultural footnote, it is a lens through which he sees the world. He explained how Greek culture's emphasis on family, dignity, sacrifice, and collective memory influences the stories he chooses. These are narratives that ask hard questions about identity, conscience, and endurance, not merely for plot drama, but for emotional and philosophical reflection. In Greek culture, storytelling has always been a powerful moral force, from ancient epics to modern community gatherings. Zouvelos sees his work as part of that lineage, stories reflecting the complexity of life and the moral contours of human choice. Whether through high-stakes crime drama or intimate character interactions, his films invite audiences to grapple with ethical questions and the human condition. He also spoke thoughtfully about the Greek-American community in the United States, a community he admires for its resilience, value orientation, and commitment to preserving cultural memory while fully participating in American life. What I admire most is its emphasis on family, faith, hard work, and cultural memory, he noted, emphasizing the ongoing challenge and beauty of preserving identity across generations. A broader creative landscape. Once a Week for Life sits within a broader trajectory of Zouvelos's work. He has been involved in numerous other projects, ranging from independent films to collaborative works, each exploring different facets of human experience, identity, and social reality. His work spans genres, but always maintains a core preoccupation with character authenticity and emotional truth. He has been recognized by independent film festivals and creative communities for his writing, acting, and directing, awards that reflect not just technical skill but narrative depth. Within this creative ecosystem, he continues to advocate for independent storytelling that values substance over spectacle, and emotional truth over formulaic plot, legacy, success, and artistic integrity. When discussing success, Zouvelos emphasized meaning over acclaim. For him, success is not measured in box office numbers or awards, it is the ability to create work that resonates, provokes reflection, and survives beyond its immediate release. Success to me has very little to do with appearance and everything to do with meaning, he explained. This philosophy echoes the ancient Greek tradition of art as moral inquiry, where tragedy, comedy, and dramatic form serve ethical exploration and communal reflection. In this sense, Zouvelos's work links cultural wisdom of the past with contemporary realities, making his films not just narratives but invitations to engage with profound moral questions. Audience takeaways. For audiences, Once a Week for Life offers both a gripping crime narrative and an emotional journey into conscience, loyalty, and identity. Zouvelos hopes viewers walk away not just entertained, but moved and challenged to reflect on their own lives and decisions. I want viewers to connect with its humanity, its tensions, its emotional honesty, and its moral questions, he said. The film's availability on digital platforms ensures it reaches a wide audience, allowing it to resonate with communities worldwide, storytellers, thinkers, and anyone who appreciates cinema that wrestles with life's profound questions. Conclusion. A modern storyteller with ancient roots. At its core, George Zouvelos's career, and Once a Week for Life, is a testament to the power of story rooted in heritage, shaped by personal history, and articulated with emotional depth. His Greek-American identity informs not just the content of his work, but its spirit, a dedication to honor, dignity, and moral reflection. Through films exploring conscience, conflict, and consequence, Zouvelos continues a long tradition of Greek storytelling adapted for the modern world, proving that ancient sensibilities still have profound relevance in contemporary stories. In Once a Week for Life, audiences are invited not just to watch a film, but to confront the questions that define a life, questions about honor, identity, sacrifice, and the line between darkness and light. The film is more than entertainment, it is a mirror for our moral lives, and a bold declaration from a filmmaker proudly rooted in his heritage while fully engaged with the modern human experience.